I've decided to play as the most interesting countries on Legendary mode with the highest possible aggression, and I'll try to dominate the world with them in Age of History 2. And today we'll be playing in the year 1836 as the Papal States, so we're changing up the year of the campaign a bit. The Pope is dismayed by Europe. He sees constant wars, the great Ottoman Empire, so he has to take matters into his own hands. We set the taxes, goods, investments, everything goes into the military and the rest into research. We're in a situation where we have several Italian duchies here. We can conquer them quickly. We also have the Kingdom of Sicily, which is, well, in 27th place, so that's not bad. Sardinia is 28th, so we'll try to conquer something here. Maybe in the future we'll even make it to Switzerland. Well, with big countries like Spain and France, we don't stand a chance, at least for now. For now, I'll improve relations with Sicily so they don't want to attack us, and we'll focus more on northern Italy here. Oh, and I see we've already been attacked, and by quite a large number at that. But we'll see, maybe we'll manage to defeat them. For now, they're attacking. Here, we're the first to enter our provinces. Here comes the attack. They've been defeated. Now I have to split up the army a bit here. Oh, and here they're defeating me. Not good, not good. Attack here. Here it's good. We're occupying this area. Let's hope we manage to recapture some of these territories here. I'll do some extra recruitment here. 600 men. Another attack, but I'm defending myself. Maybe we'll manage to quickly enter the capital of Florence. That would be good, but here we're taking heavy losses. Well, now there's going to be a bit of a struggle in this war. It will be hard to finish this quickly. We need to take out loans for the army. I have to occupy all his provinces where he can recruit troops, and then it will be much better if it works out. Unfortunately, this war is weakening us a lot at the start. We're losing a lot of time. And here we managed to eliminate the last province where they could recruit an army. And now I'll retake everything that's mine here. And you could say we've won the war, but I see that I can only take one province. Okay, well, that's just how it is, but I took Florence from them, which is basically their capital and will be the most valuable here. I see that the countries are already starting to fight each other here. Switzerland is being conquered, France is at war with Prussia, and Russia with Great Britain. In the south, I also see that there's still a war going on with the Ottoman Empire in Sicily, so it would be good to take advantage of this moment later and attack them. Oh, I see there's another little war here. Luca has taken over some territories here, but we'll also try to grab a bit ourselves. Since he just got out of a war, maybe he doesn't have any great units. We'll check the capital. Alright, quickly taken over here. Very good, and I can only take 2 provinces. Unfortunately, as a small state, we can't do much, but we still have Parma here. In that case, we'll attack them too. We'll quickly gobble them up here. Another province strengthens us. The Ottoman Empire? What's starting to happen here? They're at war with Austria. The Ottoman Empire is definitely powerful. Sardinia is also waging wars here, and Austria is at war with a few other countries as well. That's why things aren't so rosy. What is Spain doing here? That, I don't know. And Prussia has disappeared altogether. But here we can really recruit very large units, which I like. We're heading towards Sardinia. We're declaring war on them. Let's hope they'll attack us right here because we have a fortress with a tower, so he'll lose units. But I see someone else is moving in and will soon take all the provinces. Well, that's not good. Sardinia, fight. Oh, very good. They've retaken their territory. Now I'll go in and take everything from them. And what is Monaco? Monaco is part of Spain. Okay, good to know. And we're taking over Sardinia without much effort. But they still have some territory around here. Ah, they have an island here. So let's head to the port and take some more pieces. We could go for the unification of Italy, but I'm not really planning on unifying, so we can just take something like this. I think I'd rather just take this island, so there won't be any problems in the future. And take away their access to the sea here, so that no one can land troops on them if anything happens. We're already in 20th place in the rankings, but it's going to be hard to surpass the biggest powers. France is really starting to expand here. They're slowly moving into Germany. What's going on here? Sweden is being defeated by Russia. Here we have this gap, which will attack again to take their capital and that last province. The Papal States are slowly developing here, gradually expanding. Oh, this part of Europe is deeply embroiled in war. I'm constantly trying to improve relations with the biggest powers, even with the Ottomans, so they don't get any ideas about attacking us. Let's invest a bit in research, maybe the economy for now. Oh, Austria has attacked us. That's interesting, because Austria is really weak. They're trying to attack something here. Actually, we only have access to 1 province here. Ah, okay, because the war ended here. Austria has shrunk a lot. It's hard to even call it an empire now. Oh, luckily they immediately agreed to peace. And here we have Serbia, but Serbia is a vassal of the Ottomans. Well, that's not good. And the same goes for Wallachia. And here we have another vassal of the Ottomans. Why does the Ottoman have so many vassals? Well, they have a few here. That's a bit concerning. We need to try to unite Italy here to bring all the Italian territories under papal rule. So here we have to fight against Sicily. We'll definitely need a large army for that. Our opponent isn't that weak, but let's see if 30,000 will be enough. We'll attack here. Okay, 2,500 each, that's quite a lot. Here we move in on the capital, and the capital is taken. Well, I lost a bit of my army, but it's not that bad yet. Here he's trying to counterattack, but it's not working for him. We're splitting the army again, and I think that's it for our opponent. He didn't have that many units. I'm also considering attacking Africa to strengthen myself a bit. I just don't know if there will be any room for conquest here in Africa. Here we're taking over some territories. Of course, I can't take everything, so there's a piece left. And for example, we could return to Sardinia with the army we have left. Here we'll start assimilation, as far as Africa is concerned. Here, Algeria and Morocco are very active. They're even fighting against the Ottomans and I see against France. Oh, France has attacked Spain. Portugal is on the French side, also attacking Spain. Here I see that Switzerland has taken some of Sardinia's territory. That's actually better for us, so we'll just conquer both Sardinia and Switzerland. We'll take over these territories here. Fortunately, Switzerland only has 4 provinces, so it's not strong at all. We're taking them over here as well. Luckily, I can already take over an entire little country like that. And here's where the problems start, because these are all already vassals of the Ottomans, so if I attack them, the Ottomans will react too. Here we have France, which is huge, and I definitely don't want to fight them. We can attack Greece if necessary, and we'll see how the situation in Africa develops. For now, I'll direct the army here for a future attack. I'll start investing our money here a bit more, since we do have some funds in the treasury, and it would be good to develop our country, not necessarily to make it huge, but to ensure it has a large population and a strong economy. We need to wait a few turns to finish off Sicily. And now, as the truce ends, we attack. About 2,500 here. They had about 800, so those are small numbers compared to our army, and we managed to take everything here nicely. And now, there shouldn't be any more problems. Exactly. Now I can take all the provinces. Crete belongs to Saxony, and here we have Greece. We could occupy this Greece while we still have the chance. But here, the Ottoman Empire managed to defend itself after all. Here we have France, and there's Morocco. Unless we attack Morocco to strengthen ourselves. Alright, but for now Greece. Greece is also involved in many wars. Maybe they've sent their units somewhere? Let's see, 3,800. We're entering Athens. There are 1,400 troops in Athens, so that's not much. Here we can split our army. One army will have to be sent to the islands here, but I see that there's no problem with Greece itself. And here, in the future, there could be a front with the Ottomans. It's hard to say, although actually, there would also be a front here. We would have 2 lines to fight on. Greece is becoming our possession. They just can't seem to end this war with Spain. Spain is still sitting here on the islands. Let's take a look at the New World. Something is being discovered over there. Here we have the United States, only 8th, and Great Britain in Canada. I don't see much here, but here we have the Empire of Brazil. Africa is largely uncolonized, so maybe we can take advantage of the situation and start colonizing here. It's actually strange that this isn't being colonized, honestly. But alright, we need 84 in technology, and currently we have 058. That's why these countries aren't colonizing. Alright, no problem, although I can send this army to conquer Liberia. So now it would be good to really focus on technology and develop our country, because even if I don't conquer, I'll be able to colonize and gain strength that way. Here we already have Portugal, and we also have Madagascar. But Madagascar is at war with Portugal, and now it's called Marina. Okay, we have some potential here for papal colonies. Let's declare war here. Can we handle it? I think so. 2,000 troops, 700 here. We take over the last province. We have a colony. Of course, we need to assimilate these territories. Spain is starting to take some action now. They're fighting. How are our relations with the Ottomans? They're good. The Ottomans are busy with other wars, with Portugal, with Spain, with France. Here too, we have positive relations with Russia, but with Russia. Russia isn't that close to us, although they've taken over all of Scandinavia. Oh, now more of the map has been revealed to us. This Portugal is huge, and we're ahead of them. Here we have Mexico. Actually, we could take advantage of Spain's weakness right now and try to attack Spain and take some of its territories. Because if Spain and France are in such a weak state, we have to take advantage of it. Now we'll increase our population because population will be very important. But the question is, who should we attack? France or Spain? Because I see that Spain had a moment when it took over a lot of French territories. But now the situation is reversing and France is starting to move into Spain again. I think we'll attack France. Which power is France? The 4th. Spain is the 16th. So it would be better to attack France here and try to take some of its territories to weaken it as much as possible. But will the size of my army allow me to do that? If necessary, I'll keep recruiting and sending more units as soon as I gather enough gold, because we're earning quite well. I have to admit, our economy is doing well. France is in trouble, because by taking their provinces, they're losing money, and their income is lower. Oh, here France has started to attack with 600 units, but that's not much, so we're not worried about that. We're attacking Paris. I think we'll be able to capture the capital here. Exactly. Now then, I wouldn't want to recapture too many territories for other countries, so we'll create a kind of wall of armies here, and over here we'll occupy as many territories as possible, as quickly as possible. Oh, France is attacking here. Let Spain handle it on their own and recapture those territories. We won't help them because it's possible they'll be attacked soon as well and become our next target. We're already reaching the coast. A few French units have broken through the front here, but I hope ours will catch them quickly so it doesn't become a problem. Oh, here, they immediately recruited a large army very quickly, but they've already been defeated here. Okay, and they're still fighting with Spain here. We've got quite a bit of territory here. What I would still do is try to take over these islands here, but we don't have any money left, and now we're at war with Saxony and Denmark as well. But with Saxony, we don't even share a border here, so this war makes no sense. With Denmark, Denmark is far away. I don't want a war with them either. Let's see if they'll agree. I'll send these 5,000 units here to land. Will they agree to peace? Here, France is still trying to retake some territory. Yes, Saxony and Denmark have left me alone. That's very good. Andorra attacked me, and here, France is starting to attack, but we also defeated Andorra here. Alright, I need to secure these areas here so that the French army doesn't break through or spread out. They've already captured Paris, but I'll catch them here soon so they can't break through any further. Here, I'm already launching an amphibious assault on the islands. Alright, just one last province and we can talk. First with Andorra, which becomes ours, and now with France. We're taking these islands, we're taking part of the coast here. That's quite a lot. We might even separate France from Spain here. We'll gain a lot of valuable territory. Something like that. I think that's quite a big chunk of France, but they don't agree. France doesn't agree. Overall, that's not good news, because it means we just can't get out of this war so quickly. I'm just sending units to the front here, and we'll keep moving forward. Spain is slowly defeating France here. They've regained their territory. Spain has. Now we're heading here. I don't even know what country this is, because these are some occupied provinces. Ooh, France is trying something, but those are very small units. Since France doesn't want to surrender, we have to force them to. In the end, they'll just lose even more provinces than they might not have lost. And what country is this? And Spain, those are Spanish territories. Okay, and we're at war with Morocco. France, come on, let's not drag this out. Agree to peace. Oh, they agreed, my friends. They lost even more territory. We've practically taken over a huge part of France here. France has dropped to 9th place and looks strange in this world. Now I'll bring all the units to Rome. I'll set up a supply point here and we'll talk about Morocco because Morocco is at war with us and Morocco could also strengthen us. We also have to assimilate a lot of territories now. I'll stop researching for now, but acquiring such a large amount of territory, and well developed at that, will definitely make us stronger. And what's happening with the Ottoman Empire? It's at war with France. France can't do much anymore. It's at war with Belgium and Saxony. I see that Saxony is trying to take over something in Africa here, and the empire has dropped all the way to 7th place. I'll take these 48,000 and we're sailing to Morocco. We're landing 5,000 units, so that's quite a large number. But there's something sailing here, about 2,000 units, and they want to make a landing. Well, that landing isn't going to work out for them. They've been defeated. Now I'm splitting my units and we're taking a piece of North Africa. Our units are doing well here. We have a powerful army. We're taking the capital, and we'll also have some nice territories here if we ever want to colonize something in the future. We're defeating the entire country. Oh, Mexico is at war with the United States. I'm bringing the armies back to Rome. We're starting assimilation here. We're already in 4th place in the world. Ahead of us are only Russia, mighty China, and Great Britain. But Great Britain is powerful. France is slowly being assimilated now. I'm actually considering attacking Spain, then Portugal to take over all of Western Europe here. Spain is still struggling with France. We're investing everything in research now because inflation is catching up with us. We're investing in population because it would be good to start some colonization and gain new territories for free without the need for conquests or wars. And we might be able to do that soon because if we invest fully in technology, it progresses really fast. By the way, I was earning a lot, 27,000 per turn. When will we finish investing in population? Now we're focusing on the economy. We have 0.87 in technology. Now we can come here to Africa and, for example, start colonizing the coast, which will prevent other countries from colonizing Africa. We can take province by province like this and eventually reach Liberia, which we conquered earlier. We can occupy the entire coastline. Everything will belong to us. A massive colonization in the 19th century by the Pope. No one expected this. Honestly, it's strange that in this scenario it's not colonized. A huge coastline. We need to start a massive recruitment. Conquer Spain, Portugal, then move on to the Ottoman Empire. Rapid recruitment. We have 140,000 troops. I see that France is pushing Spain out here. Good. We'll have a smaller front. We're already at the border. Spain has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 wars, so quite a lot. We're moving into unsecured provinces here. There are about 2,500 troops, here 5,000, so I have to admit quite a lot in Barcelona, but it won't help them. We're attacking along the entire front. We're also trying to take their islands here. Oh right, we still need to take Monaco. I forgot about Monaco. And from there actually the army could move out now, but it will probably focus on defending its own territories here. We're attacking Madrid, so soon we'll have the capital secured and captured. Yes, the islands here have also been taken over. We already have a powerful army. I think now only the Ottomans might be able to match us in terms of army, because the Ottomans always have huge units, especially when they're strong from the start of the game. Although maybe the wars have worn them out. Could I take everything I've conquered? It looks like I can. So we're also signing a peace treaty with Spain and taking all their provinces. And right away, our next target will be Portugal. There's an interesting thing with Portugal. We could take their colonies too, but we won't destroy them that much. Let's see. Yes, we'll push them into Africa. They still have a few islands around Africa here. What if we take over the continental part here? So let's attack. We'll take over here. Oh, Portugal has launched a strong attack. They've already left their provinces, but I'm not particularly worried about that. We have so many units that we can easily split our army and catch up to their units without much trouble. Oh, Portugal even has an army here. They even managed to beat us in some places, broke through, but it won't do them much good. We're entering Lisbon, so their capital has just fallen and we have the entire continental part. We're occupying everything. Thank you for your cooperation. Our Papal State is looking very nice, and we're going to start preparing for war with the Ottomans. That's why I'll set up supply points here, maybe even some forts or towers, so we can see if their units are stationed here. And we also need to start assimilating, because here we have the whole of Iberia unassimilated. France is still fighting the Ottomans. The Ottomans have also gotten into a lot of wars. They're still fighting Denmark, the Ottomans are fighting everyone. Oh, and we've been attacked by some country in Africa. Can I recruit units here? I can, but the numbers aren't big. But we'll give it a try. I think I can beat them. Although they have really large numbers here, I still think I have more money. Here we can recruit really large units. Oh, 4,000. If I recruit here, it'll be good. He's depleting his units here on my provinces. Well, we have 25,000 units. He's attacking here. I'll destroy his army now. Now we have to take a long walk here, recapturing all the provinces. He's still sending some units here. Well, actually, he had the whole game. No one attacked him, so these provinces should be well developed. But we'll see how it turns out. Oh, actually, his provinces here are pretty good. We need to quickly recruit an army here. Again, it's not that simple with him. Yeah, he really made use of that time here. We're attacking the capital. I'll see if there are any more problems. The capital has fallen, but here he still can't break through everywhere. But in the end, we managed to defeat him and reclaim all the territories. Here, some of his provinces had 7 points, so they were already more developed. Another piece of Africa is ours. And what was happening with the Ottoman Empire during this time? Well, it was fighting with France. The vassals are also participating in these wars here, so we'll gather a bit more money now, and I have a plan. We'll station an army here to block his vassals if necessary, and we'll launch a strong attack from Greece. We don't want a situation where they start spreading out here and conquering us heavily. I think 100,000 troops should be enough for such a weak Osman. Osman is 6th, and I don't think he's particularly strong. I believe he might be exhausted by these wars here. If anything happens, you can recruit units here in Greece, and if there's any landing, I'll defend the territory. Oh, I can already see that Serbia is attacking me here, and that's good. We'll take these territories from them as well. But from experience, I know that sometimes ending a war when there are vassals involved can be very difficult. Yes, now all the vassals of the Ottoman Empire are declaring war on me, so basically we're at war with 4 countries here, but maybe we'll manage to push them out of Italy and take their territories. Oh, and now the Ottomans are starting to attack. 3,000 troops. We've taken Venice. For now, let this army stay stationed here like this. Our task will be to drive them out, to try to push them out of the Balkans. Oh, something is starting to happen here. They somehow got in here, but that's not a problem. We have assimilated these territories, so we should be able to drive them out easily, because these are Danish lands, and Denmark didn't defend them. That's why a gap opened up in the front. It would be good to take those vassals away from the Ottomans, or at least take territory from those vassals. We're just now slowly entering Serbia here. The front is getting big, kind of complicated. We have the capital, and we have all the Serbian territories here. Good. We'll also be moving into Wallachia here. I see that other European countries have also started to act. And here they're trying to carry out a landing, so we have to surround these provinces right away, so that even if the Ottomans come here, they won't be able to do much. I can still send these units from Athens, here to the sea. Is Kaja here too? I don't know what country that is. Russia is attacking. Russia is dropping in the rankings. Something has broken free here. The Ottomans have really lost a lot of strength. Here we have Jerusalem and Egypt, which isn't actually in Egypt. Here we're defeating this landing and securing more provinces. Well, the Ottomans are practically on the verge of collapse. Our armies are slowly heading toward Constantinople to recapture it. There are still some problems here and there, with some units breaking through, but all our problems will soon be over. We're already close to Krakow. We're just capturing Lviv, so there were really a lot of territories here that the Ottomans held. They're still trying to be a nuisance here, but okay, we've got it all under control. We already have an army prepared here, which is still arriving. 26,000. We're attacking their capital, taking it over. Jerusalem is attacking hard here. As a papal state, we should be funding Jerusalem, but we won't do that. We're occupying practically the last free provinces here, and the Ottomans are falling. Let's also launch an amphibious assault on Cyprus and talk to them. Or maybe it would be better for now to talk to each vassal separately to take over those provinces. Exactly, those vassals, all of them agreed, and now it's like they've been pulled out of this war. Now I'm just going to take territories from the Ottomans here. We have a lot of points, so we're definitely taking Constantinople back. It returns to Catholic hands, and we'll occupy the entire Balkans. Right, and so I don't forget, there's still Cyprus. We still have quite a lot of points left. Can I just take everything I've conquered? Looks like I can. Which means we now have a small Roman Empire, except it's a papal empire. And the truth is, we've become the greatest power. We've defeated Spain, France, conquered all of Italy, the Balkans, and destroyed the Ottoman Empire. Because now, so to speak, it's not hard to predict what will happen to the Ottoman Empire. These last provinces are probably being taken over, and Jerusalem should talk to them about peace. Jerusalem has grown as well. Incredible. Let's see what else has been happening in the world. The Ottoman Empire is still here. It still has some territory in Africa, but it's already a marginal state. Russia has its own problems. It's fighting with Great Britain, and there are still some rebellions here. China has grown significantly. They've acquired some territory here in the Middle East. The Empire of Brazil, well, it has almost dominated the continent. Almost. France, does France have its capital here? Yes, France has its capital in South America. Mexico is still fighting with the United States. Here, throughout the whole game, no one managed to dominate anyone else.